1061, 1023.
This is a training session at the Baltimore Police Academy. The scenario involves an actor with a knife threatening to kill himself.
Are you gonna hurt me?
No, sir. We're here to help you.
The training is intended to give officers a better chance to successfully manage calls for people in behavioral crisis, to the extent police are usually the first ones called.
I know we're the police and we want to go and we want to help, but if there's nobody else inside this room, what is the rush, right?
Now we're training how to slow down, how to use communications, how to really de-escalate. It's not about enforcement, it's really about calming the situation and making the appropriate referral so that the person can actually get the help they need. And we don't always have to take a person into our custody to get that done.
Mental health advocates estimate people with untreated mental illness are 16 times more likely to be killed in encounters with police.
But without a doubt, people living with psychiatric illness and Black, Indigenous, and people of color who live with mental illness are at strikingly increased risk of terrible outcomes when they ask for help.
In Baltimore, police have been called more than 12,000 times since the beginning of 2020 to respond to a person in behavioral crisis. A quarter of them involved suicidal individuals. Most are resolved safely. Some are not. When family members called police last summer because they were concerned about Ricky Walker Jr.'s behavior, 2 patrol officers tried to talk to him in the basement. Walker had a gun. No crisis intervention team was called. Police fired and wounded Walker when he raised the gun. The department's crisis intervention unit was not available to respond to the incident. It happened outside the unit's hours. Now, the department's goal is to train 30% of patrol officers in crisis intervention response.
So that on any given day and at any given time, there are a certain number of officers available to respond to these things, should it require a police response.
Some other departments, Howard County Police, operate 2 mobile crisis units. The department also has a mental health section staffed by a sergeant, 2 officers, and a civilian counselor. Baltimore County currently fields 6 mobile crisis units per day. But none was allegedly called in November 2019 when a county patrol officer shot and killed 48-year-old Eric Sopp. Sopp's mother called police because she thought he was suicidal. Sopp was killed during a traffic stop when he started to get out of the car. In a federal lawsuit, his family argues the officer escalated the situation with confusing commands and violated policy by not calling for a crisis intervention unit. That lawsuit is pending in federal court. The county is moving to expand its crisis intervention response, the county executive announcing earlier this month an increase in units and a new call center to divert some calls to other services.
On the command turnaround, you're simply gonna deal with what's in front of you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Stand by. Turn around.
I want to die! I want to die! Kill me!
Sir.
Kill me or I'm going to kill you!
In this session, the instructor reminds the officers the stress in training is controlled. Real-life calls are different. Dr. Jack Rozelle says departments should pay keen attention in recruiting to candidates most capable of de-escalation skills.
Are there ways to emphasize how good is someone at talking to someone who's in crisis, of de-escalating somebody who's upset, better yet, not escalating them in the first place if they can avoid it? The ability to just sort of sit there and listen to someone when they're shouting and screaming in your face, and taking that deep breath and responding and not reacting, which is really tough.
Several cities around the country are now diverting calls for behavioral crisis to response units entirely outside of police departments. Commissioner Michael Harrison said we're likely to see that in Baltimore sooner rather than later. He added, if the individual is armed, police will always respond. I'm Jane Miller, WBAL TV 11 News.